Hi, this is Rabbi Andy from Temple Emmanuel, Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm coming to you on the sixth day of Elul this year. It happens to be Shabbat today, and I want to share a teaching. We're making our way towards the beginning of the new year, and we're right towards the end of this first week of the Hebrew month of Elul. Maybe we were together earlier today on Shabbat for our Torah study, for our Chevra Torah. But even if we're not, as we look at biblical examples of making change, of tshuva, but also the mistakes that we make, the story I want to go to today is the story of Miriam. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Miriam? Moses and Aaron's brother? Miriam, who's one of the incredible heroes of our people, right? We don't have a story unless Miriam acts early on in the book of Exodus, saving the life of her brother Moses. And in fact, she, together with her brothers, are true revolutionaries, bringing about the freedom of our people in the book of Exodus. Miriam's referred to as a prophetess. Mistakes? We get to the book of Numbers, a book which talks about many different challenges, and we find there in the 12th chapter that Miriam is speaking ill about Moses' wife, Tzipporah. And what happens at that time is that Miriam is stricken with, the Hebrew terminology is tzara'at. She gets a case of leprosy, a skin disease. And we learn at that time that Miriam has to be isolated for a period of time. As is the case, in fact, Torah tells us that that's what's supposed to happen if someone gets that particular skin affliction. What do we learn from all of this? Moses will intercede on Miriam's behalf, say a prayer asking God to heal her. First and foremost, we learn that even the best among us make mistakes. Mistakes from our heroes, those aren't headlines. That's not news. That happens all the time. And it happens in the case of Miriam also. But we also learn that there's accountability. In this case, Miriam has not just the skin affliction, but also has to spend time outside of the camp. And our tradition teaches us that when we get that skin affliction, I don't think that this happens today, but at least when you hear it in biblical literature, what we trace that back to is we say that it's probably a problem with the way that people are talking about other people. In other words, what we might call lashon hara in Hebrew, maybe gossip or other types of terrible speech, really laying into somebody. And sure enough, it afflicts Miriam. And so it's a reminder that we should watch what it is that we say, maybe even without referencing Miriam. How important of a lesson is that in our lives, to watch what we say, especially when we say things about other people. And there are many teachings in the Jewish tradition about guarding our tongue and watching what it is that we say and how we say it. Let's take this example from Miriam, at least how she was afflicted, but also how she's healed afterwards. And let's take it into our own lives and use this as an opportunity to watch what it is that we say about others, and especially use it as an opportunity for us to grow. So Shabbat Shalom, and we'll see you again real soon.